Mary Roach, 25 years on for Red Kettle. Can you believe this day has arrived?
Oh my God, I can't, to be honest with you. It makes me feel really old, and that's not necessarily a good thing, but it's great to be here with all the new talent. The great thing about Red Kettle is, it's kept faith with a lot of local people and given a lot of local people a start, from the likes of me back in 1985, I think, and that's not today or yesterday, right up to, Holly and Alex, who'll be on as well today in Midsummer Night's Dream, which was on last summer at the park. So it's fantastic. I have wonderful memories.
Fear not to tremble. My life or yours. If you think I came hither as a lion for pity on my life. No, I am no such thing. I am a man, as other men are. And there indeed, let him name his name, and tell them plainly he is Snug, the joiner.
For you, what's been your fondest memory in the last 25 years?
Oh wow, so many of them. But I have to say, I do love I did love Romeo and Juliet. That was our first Shakespeare after all the years. It was 2008. Looking back, I'd say I loved Observe the Sons of Ulster marching to Psalm. Jim Daly directed a great production of that, And the shows, I think, that were very kind of physical as well as, literary, and were always very visual. And those are the ones I love. Kettle that we saw a piece of tonight. Talbot's Box was one where we all learned so much, and we were like a family back then, and all of those, when I see little pieces of them tonight, it just brings the memories straight back.
And this evening there, when I was all business, all talk about arrangements, plans and getting his body home, this matron type came in, took the nurse aside, and whispered to her, looked over to me, and whispered some more. Came over to me and said to me in this sorry kind of a voice, as if it was a child or a simple or something, Mr. Brennan, she said, I'm afraid we can't let you sign these forms, Mr. Brennan. I know you were very fond of your friend, Mr. Brennan, but it's not up to you, you see. It's his next of kin that have to sign these forms, you see.
The biggest, bravest fight of his life, with dignity and determination. A fight he could not win. So, we are here. He is gone, unfortunately. But will always be in our hearts, and we'll forever think of him each time the lights fade up or the curtain falls. Ladies and gentlemen, this piece is dedicated to the memory of the wonderful Jim Daly.
I've just been going out walking.
That's not true.
It is. I just went walking.
Walking? Walking in winter? Deliberately caught a pneumonia in that light coat? Where did you walk to, Laura?
All sorts of places. Mostly in the park.
Even after you started catching that cold?
It was the lesser of two evils, Mother. I couldn't go back up. I threw up on the floor.
I don't know how many of them I'll see since then. Or how many more of them I'll kill again. This is all over.
Had to put him out of his misery.
I
never really noticed me hand.
It won't be enough.
You see, I still had the spoon in my hand from the dinner, with the sharp bit buried into me palm, and it was bleeding. And I tried to stop it from bleeding, but...
Of late now, Ben Hennis has done further afield into a very, very elaborate productions. He's done 2 now in marquees, and they're superb, so he's got great plans for the future for what, doing. We did A Midsummer Night's Dream recently, last year, November, and it was brilliant production, brilliant direction. Ben did it.
I'm too bold. 'Tis not to me she speaks. See how she leans her cheek upon her hand? That I wore a glove upon that hand. I might touch that cheek.
I need.
She speaks. Oh, speak again, bright angel. Thou art as glorious to this night as a winged messenger from heaven.
Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not be but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak at this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, though not a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm.
Alex Brown, a very familiar face with Red Kettle. What's been your fondest memory since you've began?
Well, I started off when I was about 10 or 12 years old, so right from the beginning they've all been fond memories. But I don't know, auditions were always fun, there was always games to be played and stuff, so the audition process was nice. That was always good with Red Kettle. They made you really calm, so.
Holly Brown, certainly a familiar face on the Red Kettle stage. We're here celebrating 25 years. What's been your fondest memory?
Well, my fondest memories are probably where it all started for me, which was the Red Kettle summer camps, the children's plays, and it was really a great experience. Like, it combined art and drama all together, and it was really great, kept me busy for the summer and gave me a really keen interest in what I'm doing now.
What was your favourite play that you took part in?
My favourite play was probably, I'd say, A Midsummer's Night Dream, because it was full of fun and it was comedy and light-hearted, and of course it was in the big top tent, so that was a big bonus as well, or a novelty.
Finally, just looking ahead to the future, what are your hopes for the next 25 years for Red Kettle?
Well, we're hoping, I'd love to have our own space. We don't have a space, a rehearsal space, and stuff. Here we are 25 years on. We still kind of chasing around looking for halls to rehearse and stuff like that. But we have ambitions that way, and hopefully that's going to work out. And I'd love to be, like, we started on a kind of a new journey in the last few years, with Ridley Walker and Romeo and Juliet, Boy Soldier, and indeed Midsummer's Night Dream, that are kind of very large casts and very physical and very visual, and I'd love to have the bit more resources, I suppose, so that we could vary the kind of things, So my ambitions would be, I suppose, to be still doing it and to kind of still have it exciting for the audiences and creatively challenging for ourselves.
Looking ahead to the next 25 years, have you any message for Red Kettle?
The next 25 years? Well, I hope they'll be as fun-packed as the last 25 have been, and just keep going as strong as they have been, because they're doing a really great thing for the drama scene and art scene in Waterford.
Which is another 25 years of the same standard, acting loads of new world premieres, hopefully, written by Ben, Liam, Jim, as much as possible.
Oh, onwards and upwards. I mean, they're great, and I really hope they'll be here for the next. I hope I'll be here in 25 years to be doing the same, to say celebrating 50 years of Red Kettle. Absolutely, and I mean, yes, I wish them the very best. It's brilliant.
I suppose the fact that they're in the Theatre Royal tonight is very special, obviously, because that's where they started 25 years ago, and I would like to think that in 25 years' time they'll be here again, and there'll be a whole. Of course, Ben Hennis will probably be on crutches and stuff at that stage. But there will be a whole new bunch of people who, are running it and working it and doing what we do and we love, which is theatre.
It had to be a message from the grave. Can I have tickets, please? And look up, I'm on the edge of that cloud waving hi!
No, I mean, I hope I'll be here to celebrate 50, that's about it. But just to say to Red Kettle to keep doing the work that they do and to keep the faith with Waterford. It's so intrinsic to Waterford City, and if Red Kettle is doing well, Waterford is doing well. And funny enough, I know these are tough times, but I think they're very optimistic times for Waterford, and Red Kettle will be part, I hope, of bringing Waterford into the next layer. And I think that when times are low, the arts actually flourish, because people need to have a laugh, they need to get out and kind of forget their troubles.
So that was Red Kettle's 25th anniversary. Some great stories and memories told. Here's to the next 25. Until next time, you've been watching WaterfordView.